So, you are telling me that you want to become a teacher, but you don't know how to make a teaching material. Well, that is a problem, but you don't have to be worried about it because in this video, I will tell you guys how do you make a teaching media using AI effectively. Hi, my name is Rafif Zaki Ramadhan. I am a student majoring English education in Universitas Negeri Medan. And without further ado, let us go straight to the video. Alright, so the first thing I want to say is when we are using AI, we shouldn't be reliant on it. You know, human brains are more creative, and yeah, you should utilize your brain more than spending your time using AI because you can improve yourself by thinking and then you find your own ideas. But besides that, the point is you shouldn't be make AI your masters. You have to utilize them as a tools. And that's the point of this video. We will utilize some AIs to make teaching materials that make our job as a teacher become more easier, right? So we are not becoming lazy, we are becoming more creative. And then the context of it, the context of the video, of course, is that I'm going to make a teaching materials, an example of it for grade 12. Yes, the first thing you need to do when you are going to make a teaching material is that you choose your class, choose your levels, choose your grade. And I'm choosing grade 12, or in Indonesian, we call it as SMA kelas 12. Then, after you have your class, the next thing you need to do is to have your source. And what I mean by source is when we are making a teaching material, we should have the materials aligned with the syllabus and the used textbook. And if you don't know what is a syllabus, well, just go to Google like right now and type it. Syllabus. As you can see, syllabus is an outline of the subject in a course of study or teaching. Then, what is the syllabus? A syllabus is a document that outlines the essential information for an academic course, including a summary of the topics covered, a schedule of assignments and exams, and the course rules and expectation. In a nutshell, a syllabus is our guideline. Yes, it's an anchor for us to make teaching materials because a syllabus is given by the government. And if you are living in Indonesia like me, the syllabus will be given to teachers by the educational ministers. And without further ado, let us check what is the syllabus used in Indonesia. Okay, so here we have the syllabus that is used and still being used in Indonesia. It is Permendikbud number 37, the year 2018. Okay, and because we are teaching English, we are teaching English right now, we have to search what is the topic given by the minister to teach English in the grade 12, and you can do it by searching the class. And you can do it like this. You type it Ctrl+F and then search bahasa English, go straight to the high school level, and then find grade 12. As you can see, this is grade 10, you scroll down and find it. This is the syllabus for grade 12. As you can see, there are 4 competence: the first competence, the second competence, the third competence, and the fourth competence. But that is not our focus for today's. We go to this. Kompetensi inti. What I mean by kompetensi inti is that this will be the topic that the students will learn in the schools or in the class. As you can see, there are 2 The first one is the third competence, or we usually call it by cognitive competence. And then we have competency in T4, but we usually call it as a psychomotor competence. And in this competence, we have many topics in it. For example, in this grade 12, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, we have 7 competence that we can teach to students. And because this is only an example of to make a teaching material, we just pick it randomly. I choose the first one, the first competence, the first basic competence actually. There is this one and this one. For your information, you cannot separate the 3.1 and 4.1 because this is already a package, and you cannot do like this. You go 3.1 first and then 4.2. No, it's not aligned with each other. So you have to go with 3.1 with 4.1. Now you already understand about the syllabus, and our topic is this. You can read it. Menerapkan fungsi sosial, struktur teks, dan unsur kebahasan teks interaksi interpersonal lisan dan tulis yang melibatkan tindakan menawarkan jasa serta menanggapinya sesuai dengan konteks penggunaannya. Perhatikan unsur kebahasan. May I help you? What can I do for you? What if? Okay, so what we can see right here is that the first topic that is given to grade 12 is menawarkan jasa, or we can translate it into offering service. This is our first source before creating teaching materials, and then we have to cross-check this syllabus with the textbook that is being used by the students. Is it already aligned? Okay, without further ado, let us check the textbook. And here we are. I already have a copy of it. You can see Bahasa Inggris kelas 12. Okay. This book is also created by the Minister of Education in Indonesia. As you can see, the writer is Utami Widiati, Zuliati Rohma, and Furaida. Now, let us check the table of content. Okay, the chapter 1, May I Help You? We see on the roadmap of the chapter, it is aligned with our syllabus. As you can see, 3.1 and 4.1. It's the same as the syllabus. So we can use this textbook as our references when creating the examples of the teaching material. Okay, and then you already have the sources. After you have the sources, you can go straight designing the teaching materials. And this is my outline. Actually, I already have one outline. Wait a minute. Okay. This is the outline that I designed when creating a teaching material. As you can see, we have the title, we have the unit, the basic competence, the material, of course. This is the materials from A until F. And as you can see, I already put the references from the 2 sources that I use. And then moving on, we just have to fill in this table first. We go back to the book and we're gonna copy it. Just copy what is in the book, just copy the indicators, and then do the same for the 4.1. Okay, and then we're done with the basic competence. And I want you guys to pay attention to this specific wording. So in every indicators based on the syllabus, because in Indonesia, we mainly employ genre-based approach. So everything that starts is a verb, and then the text structures. We have social function, text structures. The text structure is the category text, yeah. And then we have the language features. Okay, we have to highlight it. We already highlight it. So in every indicators, they have this wording. Yes, they have these specific wordings that we need to teach the students about this. We have to teach the students about the social function, the text structure, and the language features. And then after we have these specific wordings, we have the type of text that we will teach to the students. In this context, it is an interpersonal text. And then we have the skills. So based on this competence that students they have to be able to write, and then they have to be able to speak, because this is what the competence wants. And then after this, we have the category, or what is the topic that is want to be taught to the students. In these indicators, we can see that menawarkan jasa, offering service, and then pay attention to this dengan konteks penggunaannya. So we have to put a specific context when we are making the teaching materials later on, but it is for the text examples. We can skip it right now, and we are going to move to the making the materials. Okay, moving on, we go to the AI that we are going to use. I personally use Queen.ai. I think it's better than the usual ChatGPT, I think it's more better, my personal preference. And then you're just going to type in. The first thing you need to type is basic introduction, yeah. You can take the AI as your friend, because yeah, they are your helper. Just take it as your friends. We say, hello, I'm about to create a teaching material for 12 reader in Indonesia. Can you help me with that? Okay, just send. Okay, as you can see, the AI is happy to help us. Okay. Good. And after that, we go straight into creating the teaching materials. The first thing I want you to do is just pay attention to the indicator of the topic. You copy the indicators from before, then you paste it, then you give context. Now, for starter, I want you to make a definition of interpersonal text. You can cite from articles or journals to support your findings. Explain in paragraphs. This is actually important, because if you don't use this specific wording, the AI is likely to make it into a point, and you don't want that. You want an explanation on your teaching materials. Then we just hit send and wait for the answers. Okay, the AI is thinking and searching. Okay, we have the answers from the AI. As you can see, based on the and you may wonder what the numbers mean. This is the citation that the AI used to make the arguments. Okay, you can click it and it will open a link to the article that you use, and we can put this in the reference later, but not for now. We're just going to copy this and then paste it on our outline. Then just like this, and boom. So, based on the AI, interpersonal text can be defined as a communicative discourse that primarily serves to establish, maintain, and negotiate social relationships between participants through the exchange of information, ideas, and feelings. Okay, you can highlight this so you are not going to forget about it. Then we're moving on into the second. After this, you type it again, make it like this in the prompt, I mean. After that, give me the definition of offering help. And then we're just going to send it. Okay, we have the answers. You copy it, and then you paste it. So you paste it, you cross-check it. Is it really true or no? You can erase it if you want. Offering help can be defined as a communicative act that involves suggesting or providing assistance willingly to someone in need. This interpersonal function encompasses providing physical objects, solution, or various forms of assistance to another person who may be facing challenges or difficulties. Okay, so it's a communicative act that involves suggesting and providing assistance willingly to someone in need. You just, like before, you highlight it to make sure that you remember the main definition of it. And then, offering service can be formal, neutral, and informal. You have to highlight this too because will be important when making the text examples. Okay, now you have the definition of interpersonal text and you have the definition of offering service. And then we're moving on into the third part of our teaching materials, the social function. Then you just need to continue our conversation with the AI. You type it. Now do the social function of offering service. You can highlight the main function of it. Send it. And just like before, we copy and we paste it. Boom. Deleted some spaces. And then we cross-check the AI answers. The primary social function of offering service is to establish and maintain positive interpretations. Okay, so this is already correct and we can use it. maintain positive relationship. Okay. A relationship building tools. Alright, good. We can go with this. And then we are moving to the fourth part of our teaching materials. That is the text structure. And we type it like this. And this is based on my knowledge. This is based on my knowledge. Based on my knowledge. This text structure of offering service is offers and response. Explain both of it in two different points. Okay. Then give the examples of each expression. Send it. Okay, this is it. Good. We pass it again. This. Now, if you encounter many of these stars or this point, you can go to the editing, you go to replace, you make it the stars and replace it with nothing. You make it replace all. Then clear, no more stars. It's easy as that. Then we have to bold this. Okay, delete this, bold this, and read it. The offers component is the initiating part of interpersonal text, where one speaker proposes service to another person. Okay, this is already correct, and we can see the examples of it. May I help you with that? What can I do for you? What would you like me to carry? Okay, this is already correct, and then we have to check the next structure is the response. The response component is the reactive part, where the recipient of the offers provide the reaction. Okay, this is also correct. And then we can, what is it? Okay, reaction. Reaction. And then we highlight this section. We check the examples, acceptance, okay, hesitations, okay, good. If we already finished the text structure, we can move on into the 5 part of the teaching materials that will be the language features of structuring offering service. Okay, in this we're just going to continue our conversation. Okay, it's easy. That's why I say it is easy. You type it, continue with its language features. Yeah. Send it again. Simple as that. Okay, this is going to be a little long because, as you know, language features tends to be more lengthy in size, you know. Okay, you copy it, you paste it, And then you go to the editing section, you replace the dot with replace all. Okay, you close, repeat it, always repeat this process. Then you have your answers. The first one is the language features will be modal verb. Then this is the examples of modal verbs. And then we have conditional structures, the example of it. Okay, so only two based on this AI. And we are going to read it. We have to cross-check it. Okay, in modal verb, we have this. Okay. In the conditional structures, we have gratitude, refusal, acceptance, or refusal. Okay, so this is actually good, and we can go with it. Then we are moving on into the last part of the teaching materials that will be the text examples. Now, I want you to block all of it, block all of your work, and then you copy it and you go to another AI. For making this part, I use cloud.ai. Why I'm not continue using quen.ai? Because we are using, when making the examples, I prefer this AI because the answer is more good. Yeah, it is more good. It is more connect to the context that happened to our people, and then I feel like the answer is more lengthy. It's not little in the answers, so the answer you are given long answers by it. And how do you do it? Just firstly you have to say your objective. Okay, can you make the text examples of my work? You shift and then you paste it. Okay, as you can see, this is your previous work. And then, oh yeah, don't forget to put this. Make sure it is in various contexts, because as you guys remember in the indicators, that the indicator says that we have to sesuai dengan konteks penggunaannya. Nah, you can see this, that you have to use the context correctly when making the text example. And then you hit send and wait for the AI to do its magic. Waiting. And this is the generation. Okay, as you can see, there are so many. This is why I like using Cloud AI for making text examples. Wow. And I assure you guys that this is actually a credible way to do it. Boom. And then we are just going to hit copy and back with our previous work. We are paste it, and yeah, we are done. And I will fix it for a moment, okay? And we'll be back after I fix all these bold, these points, and these examples. And yeah, see you guys. And all right, back again with me. And now we already complete our teaching materials actually. And if you are wondering what I have just do back then, yeah, I'm just deleting these lines from the text. Okay, I deleted every single lines of it to make it more visible. Yes, and become more neat. And then after I deleted the lines, I'm putting on the reference that we used before. As you can see, this is the reference from Hadiani, Apsari, and Harahap. After that, put it on the reference section, and boom, yeah, we are done. So we are wrap it with the Cloud AI to make the examples, and using Qwen.ai to make the materials. And if you want to make your materials become more interesting, you can just copy one of the examples. This, you go back to the Qwen.ai. Here, you choose this image generation, then you describe. You make it like this. Make an image based on this convo. You pass the samples, okay? And then you make your art style. Yeah, I personally use cartoonist art style for making teaching material, so I will type it like this. Make the art style, okay, in cartoons. Then you go boom, waiting for the AI to generate your image. Okay, still waiting. Okay, this is the AI given image. If you don't like it, you just can regenerate it to choose whether you like it or not based on your preference. Okay, try again to find the right image. Wait for it. Okay, which one do you prefer? This. Okay, we're just going to copy this as an example, okay? Only just as an example. And then we paste it on our examples. This. And yeah, we have an example, an image example for our text examples. Okay, and with this, your teaching materials will be more interactive and more fun to see, if you know what I mean. Okay, and if you also want to adjust this definition from the AI, you can just copy this and go back to this, go back to Google and go to DeepL right, and you just pass the, you choose the language styles, make it simple, or you can make it more academic. Boom. Okay, as you can see, the text is changing, and you can also represent manually. This, change this, just the word. Then you copy it. You go back to your word, then just paste it again. Okay, so our text becomes more formal, and we are already paraphrasing it, not only copying it. So that's all for this tutorial, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope you gain something from it. And yeah, all right, so this is the end of the video. If you like the video, you can subscribe, like, and share it to your fellow colleagues. And then yeah, have a nice day and see you guys soon.